But just remember, in the next 2 years, there's going to be 2024 elections, and it's already become Mamata versus Modi war for 2024 elections. Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has made it official. A big announcement she has made saying that the TMC will fight the 2024 Lok Sabha elections from Uttar Pradesh also. The Chief Minister has urged all regional parties to unite against the BJP and defeat the party in 2024. Mamata Banerjee has said 7 to 8 BJP netas want to join the Trinamool Congress before Lok Sabha elections.
यूपी में हम जा रहा हूं আমি কন্টেস্ট করতে যাচ্ছি না यूपी তে এখন কিন্তু असेंबली इलेक्शन है हमने जा रहा है अखिलेश यादव को समर्थन देने के लिए इसी के लिए 8 तारीख में हमारा यूपी में मीटिंग है हमारा यूनिट है यूपी में काम कर रहा है वो यूनिट हम लोकसभा में हम लड़ेंगे लेकिन असेंबली में हम चाहते हैं अखिलेश यादव उसका जो टीम है उसको जो फ्रंट है वो लोग आगे बढ़े वो लोग आए.
Now remember, for Mamata Banerjee to make this big announcement today itself as Uttar Pradesh braces for elections in just 10 to 15 days, it's imperative to note, could this become the big Mamata versus Modi face-off for 2024, because that is where all action will be just in the next 2 years. Already TMC has been aiming to go national, but to say that Uttar Pradesh will be our focus for the TMC, is this just a grandstanding right now, a perception that she's putting out, or perhaps the Mamata Banerjee cadre has a plan in place already aiming for 2024, but she's made a bigger request. She has urged all opposition parties to unite. Let's go across to our national affairs editor Rahul Srivastav joining us from the newsroom. Now, Rahul, why do you think she's made this announcement now as Uttar Pradesh braces for elections, 5 states in total, make this announcement and importantly say it will be Uttar Pradesh from where we will be pinning our hopes from?
Pooja, Mamata Banerjee is drawing a page from Narendra Modi book. If you see that what happened in the last elections in Bengal, Mamata Banerjee received a thumping mandate primarily because of one fact, that she claimed the Bengali pride element. And that is why when she went to places like Goa, there is one element which is a handicap for her, that there is a deeply Bengali image that dogs her in states outside West Bengal. And that's what she needs to shed. If she has to become a claimant for the top job or a challenger to Narendra Modi, then Mamata Banerjee needs to have a pan-Indian image than a pan-Bengal image. And that is why this claim that she has virtually thrown the hat in the ring, that she will contest and her party will contest from Uttar Pradesh. Now that is, that may at one level seem that it is perhaps preparing the battle for battle against Narendra Modi, but it has again its own pitfalls, because when she appeals for unity among all opposition parties, that very claim that she will come and contest in Uttar Pradesh, and if you see what she said, that we want Akhilesh Yadav to do well in Uttar Pradesh, but my party will be contesting to challenge Narendra Modi, what it means is that she is already relegating Akhilesh Yadav to be a state-level satrap and herself as a pan-Indian leader. That means she is expecting that Akhilesh Yadav will remain a chief minister, never have prime ministerial ambitions, and support Mamata Banerjee's run for the prime minister's job in 2024. Now that creates the first fissure at the time when she is giving a call for unity. So these are pitfalls, but definitely it's a very interesting announcement that Mamata Banerjee, to shed her strong Bengali image, is trying to get out of Bengal, is planning to contest elections from Uttar Pradesh also.
But Rahul, here's my second question, that, you know, this is the Hindi heartland. This is where the Bharatiya Janata Party feels it is at its strongest, and TMC does not really have a presence in Uttar Pradesh. How do you think this is going to fare, and as an effort for the Congress party? What then happens to the Congress? Will it lead or not lead? Will they let Mamata Banerjee lead the opposition? What does it do to the image of the Congress party then? You know, of course, these are questions that are very pertinent right now.
Pooja, my personal theory about a battle for 2024 is that every political party which is in the opposition has to decide that who in one state is the strongest player to take on Narendra Modi, and rest of them have to make political sacrifices. Now, if Mamata Banerjee is going to arrive in Uttar Pradesh as a prime ministerial challenger to Narendra Modi, she's actually undermining Akhilesh Yadav's presence. So if they want to take on Narendra Modi, then if Akhilesh is the strongest player, everybody else has to back Akhilesh Yadav, not become a contestant with Akhilesh Yadav. And that is why I will say that in an attempt to be a pan-Indian leader, will Mamata Banerjee eventually be diluting the battle, or the attempt to unify the opposition, is a question which will be answered, I think, perhaps sometime in the run-up to 24.
Stay on with me, Rahul. This is very interesting. We have tried to dig out a previous reaction of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is April 2021. He had literally taunted Mamata Banerjee in a sense of humor that he had used on contesting from Varanasi. Listen into what Prime Minister Modi had said about this possible Mamata versus Modi face-off.
अच्छा है विधानसभा हारने के बाद लोकसभा में जरूर हाथ आजमाइए दीदी। यहां हल्दिया से वाराणसी का जो वाटरवे हमारी सरकार ने विकसित किया है, हो सकता है उसके कारण आपका मन जरा वाराणसी की तरफ मुड़ गया हो। मेरे बनारस के लोग इतने बड़े दिल वाले हैं कि आपको बाहरी नहीं कहेंगे, आपको टूरिस्ट नहीं कहेंगे, आपको टूरिस्ट गैंग भी नहीं कहेंगे।
Rahul Srivastava continues to be with us. Rahul, the meme slugfest between Modi and Mamata have gone viral for the past few years now. But on a serious point, do you think it is Mamata Banerjee on the ground in reality who's possibly the strongest face to take on Narendra Modi for the Lok Sabha elections in 2024?
Pooja, I think eventually she seems to be the only one who seems to have some maneuvers to do that. You see, a political intent is very necessary to start a political plan. And Mamata Banerjee is the only one who seems to have been doing it consistently. You see, sometime in 2014 when Narendra Modi rose and we used to see in Parliament, it was Trinamool Congress which used to start protesting against on the BJP on some issue. Say, for example, the land acquisition bill. The first noises were made by Trinamool Congress. And from those early days in 2014, it is the Trinamool Congress which has been trying to emerge as a principal challenger or opponent, opposition party to the BJP. And the Congress, in fact, has been struggling, has been second in doing whatever it is doing to challenge Narendra Modi. And if you see in the last few months since the Bengal election, Mamata Banerjee has made her intent very clear. She has been coming to Delhi, she meets opposition leaders, she talks about opposition unity, she's gone to Goa with a plan, and now she's talking about coming to UP. So what one can say is that if there is a tag on her that she is a Bengal specific leader, and now she is ready to come here after having called Narendra Modi and the BJP outsider, as you heard the Prime Minister, now she has to shed that tag. Now, if she comes to UP, she will be called an outsider by the BJP.
Yes.
But still, she is doing it. You see, that political intent that Mamata Banerjee is displaying is definitely a sign that she could well be there as a challenger, principal challenger to Narendra Modi. But does it mean that her rise will be acceptable to other political players, especially the Congress or a Samajwadi Party in UP? It's a big if hanging over.
Very interesting. And, you know, Mamata Modi face-off perhaps is going to be the most fascinating for 2024 elections if Mamata Banerjee can actually pull it off to basically come forth to Uttar Pradesh and also contest with regard to Lok Sabha elections. Very interesting. And Rahul Srivastava's perspective also adding on to some very crucial questions that also come forth. So this is about 2024 elections. Let's return to what's been happening in the assembly elections.